Hey everyone, welcome back. Grand Rising, if it's morning where you're at. I just wanted to make a video that I've been thinking about for a while, and it's about nail biting, how to stop biting your nails, and how I stopped biting my nails. I'm sure you guys can see my nails are pretty long now. The sun's not really cooperating, but you know what, let me try to move around a little bit. Let me try to get us out of the sun. Not out, but in a better lighting for the camera. So stand by for a minute. Okay. Let's see how that goes. All right. He's back. So, yeah, that light. So if you guys can see, my nails are kind of long. I know they're dirty. I'm actually going to be clipping them in this video. Just kind of experimenting with the camera, but yeah, so basically I just want to make a video about nail biting and kind of express my story with it. I'm going to go ahead and trim my nails while we're talking here. But yeah, nail biting for me was a bad habit. And I think I bit my nails for at least 10 years. I would say roughly about 10 years. So maybe 13. I mean, not 13, maybe 11. And yeah, it was very compulsive, at least for me. I wanted to try to get this on camera if I can. I guess we'll see, but if you guys can see how there's kind of like that white area when I push down on my nail bed? That's pretty much how short they used to be. It'd be nice if this thing would focus. Yeah, they used to be quite short, so I just kind of use that as like a visual of how short they used to be, because they used to be super short. I mean, I would bite them until they'd bleed. I would bite them like crazy. And yeah, I was biting my nails from, I think the earliest I can remember was second grade. I don't know if it was before then, but I know for a fact second grade, because I remember my teacher was trying to help me stop biting my nails, and she was saying, "Oh, Brett, we're gonna put hot sauce on your nails, or we're gonna paint them, or we're gonna do something to have you stop biting your nails." And of course, none of that worked. And I really want to talk about what did work, because for me at least, I was biting my nails from roughly second grade, maybe first, all the way until after high school. I think maybe I was 19. It might have been like right before I turned 19, or maybe right after, but yeah, I was biting them for at least 10 years, maybe more, maybe up to 12. And yeah, I would bite them. They would hurt. Like, they would be throbbing. They would hurt. It would just be like layer and layer and layer back further. And then finally they would start to bleed, and I would have to leave them alone for a little bit to grow back again. And yeah, it was habitual. It was almost involuntary. It was unconscious, I would say, because you know, there's many different schools of thought as far as why we bite our nails, and I've been thinking about it. I've thought about it a lot, about why would somebody want to bite their nails. And essentially part of my thoughts on it were, maybe nowadays we don't really need our nails as much because a lot of people, they're doing desk jobs or whatever they're doing. They're doing jobs that don't really require a lot of manual labor and thick nails or long nails or whatever you want to call them. Just healthy, natural, durable nails. And I know for me, I never really needed nails growing up. I mean, the only times I really needed them was, when I was trying to scratch something or maybe like a can of soda, trying to pop the tab, and I just could not get underneath it because I didn't have any nail to help. So I think that's one of the reasons, is especially with the touchscreens, because something I experience all the time in my line of work is I have to have people sign touchscreen like forms and like a damage waiver and stuff like that on a touchscreen, and some of them try to use their nail, and I'm like, you can't use your nail, you have to use the skin. It's like a touchscreen, you have to make contact with your skin to sign. And I know some people that have really long nails, it's difficult for them to do that. But if you don't have any nails, it's easy. You can literally go anywhere on that screen and sign. Whereas if you have a nail, it's like you have to go more flat. So anyway, that's kind of one of my thoughts, or one aspect of it. And another reason that I've heard is more like a tic or something, more psychological, where when you get nervous or you get fidgety, then biting your nails is kind of an outlet for that. It's a way for you to redirect some of that energy. So that might have been the case with me. I'm not sure, because I know some people would tell me that growing up, like, oh, are you just nervous, or are you not feeling good, or this, that, and the third? And I'm like, I don't know, I just like to bite my nails. It was satisfying for me at the time, getting a really big piece of nail and like ripping it off. And for some reason, it was weird, that was satisfying for me. And that, this is kind of going in a different direction, but that kind of reminds me of something I was thinking about, and something I've kind of heard, where it's like your ego is always self-destructive. Like, no matter what, you could be a millionaire, or you could be this, that, and the third, you could be whatever, but your ego is always trying to like shorten your time here in some way, shape, or fashion, whether that be through excess drinking or excess smoking or excess food, excess material possessions, just wasting your energy, or just trying to rush time. And part of me was thinking maybe that was like my ego is developing, in a sense, which a lot of people have their own impression of what ego is, but for me, at least, from what I've read, the ego is kind of like the false self. It's like the thought created alter ego of yourself, in a way, where it's like we're our living body and we're in the moment breathing, and just like the other animals, but then our ego is like in our mind. It's this whole concept of who we think we are and what we think everything is, and it's like a survival thing, but it can also take over and hold us hostage, which isn't good. So anyway, let me get to what most of you guys are probably waiting on, is how I quit. So basically, I was biting my nails all through elementary, middle school, high school, and no matter what people told me or I tried, nothing really helped until after I got out of high school. And I thought about it for probably one of the, if not the first time, one of the first times where I actually like critically took a deep look at myself in that habit. And I thought, why am I biting my nails? Like, for what reason am I biting my nails constantly? And how is this helping my life? Or how is this hindering me? Is there any benefits, or is it just all negativity, all negative? And following that, I thought, my thought at the time was, is this attractive? Would this be attractive to a partner, somebody who bites their nails? Or would this be like a deterrent? Would this be like as they say now, like a red flag or an ick or whatever they're saying? And I thought about it, and I thought, you know what, that is actually not good. Like, would I want to be, just a thought here, but at the time when I was 19, I was thinking, would I want to be with a partner who was constantly biting their nails, like who couldn't control that, who possibly was constantly getting sick or whatever, because I know for me, I was told a lot growing up, like, oh, don't bite your nails because you're getting germs and all kinds of funky stuff under there, and then you're putting it in your mouth, and who knows how much healthier I'd be if I didn't bite my nails or whatever. So yeah, for me, and I'll just show you guys, I know it's kind of hard to see, but yeah, I like to cut them kind of short, just so that way I don't have to cut them all the time, because when you do stop cutting your nails, and that's some dirt there, but it's because I work with my hands. When you do stop biting your nails, you're gonna have to start clipping them, and quite frequently, actually. I've realized if I want to kind of be more groomed or manicured or whatever you want to call it, like, I'm trimming my nails once a week. And when you think about biting your nails for 10 years or over 10 years, you never had to clip your nails because you're always biting them too short to even be clipped, then yeah, so that is one thing to keep in mind. It's kind of an extra responsibility or whatever you want to call it. And at first it was a little bit annoying, but then it kind of grew on me, and now I kind of like clipping them. It's kind of what's actually, I would say, just as satisfying, if not more satisfying, to clip your nails than it is to bite them. So anyway, just to kind of recap, 10 plus year nail biter, I quit biting my nails because I consciously reflected on it, and I basically brought the unconscious to consciousness, and I thought, you know what, why am I doing this? Why don't I stop? You know what, I'm gonna stop. And literally that day, or maybe it took 1 or 2 days, where I would catch myself in the habit, and I'm like, whoa, we're not doing that anymore. Like, that's done. We're not doing that. And yeah, that was back in 2013. So it's been just about 12 years since then. It's crazy to think about that, but it's been about 12 years since I bit my nails. So now it's been more time not biting than it has been when I used to bite them. So that's the beauty of time. And I'll make another video on time and how time really does heal everything. And with enough time and consistency, anything's possible. I mean, when I was younger, I would have had no idea I'd be where I am today with the personal accomplishments I've made, like not biting my nails for 12 years. And I just want to encourage you guys, if you got nail biting or, something else, little habit or tick you got going on, just know it's possible to stop it. It's possible to overcome it and outgrow it and move on with your life and not allow it to make your life revolve around it anymore. And leave it down below in the comments if you used to be a nail biter, or if this helped you, or anything you want to share about anything, really. So hopefully this helped you guys, because I know from my perspective, nobody could really help me stop biting my nails. I had to help myself, and it had to come from within. I had to become conscious enough and diligent enough and aware enough to intentionally stop myself from putting my hand to my mouth every hour or whatever, frequently. So on that note, I'm going to end it. Peace, love, unity, respect. Love you guys. All right. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.